They say, oh, you are believing in Shastra. Okay, I should believe in your Shastra. Your science is also Shastra. Your Shastra. Little truth is there, on that you ride. Everything else is not the science. This is a cheating level. Little truth is there. Okay, H2O. Two atoms are hydrogen and oxygen. Mix, you get water. Truth. Now from that you go, life comes from chemicals. How did it jump? How did it jump? Are you scientific in jumping? At least you should say, I do not know. That is scientific. I do not know. I do not know what is the purpose of life. I did not know anything about happiness and distress. What are the causes of happiness and distress? Sukha Dukha. So coming from the laws of karma. All these are well revealed in our scriptures. So basically you have to understand that the Vedic system of acquiring knowledge is a descending process of knowledge. Whereas modern science is an ascending process of knowledge. Ascending process of knowledge means I collect information with my senses. Then I analyze and then I make theories and I experiment. So some truth you can know like that. But a descending process of knowledge is ready-made knowledge is there. You take it as a hypothesis. You experiment it and you prove that yes, this is true. Then take the next hypothesis and then again you apply it. Just like you say, we are saying, okay, Krishna consciousness. Chant 16 rounds and see. Follow regulatory principles. 4 principles and chant and see. Or at least you start chanting and see. You will see what experience. No, this is all fake. I am saying you not fake. I am giving you an experiment. If you don't do the experiment, how do you say it is only fake? Your chemistry lab also you got the fake. Your textbook told H2O is equal to water under certain temperature, condition, pressures, right? Suppose you have no faith, you will never start the experiment. First you have okay, this is authorized textbook. Oh, H2O. So there is a preliminary faith, but it doesn't stop at faith. From faith it goes to knowledge. I go to the laboratory, I check, yes, knowledge. Exactly, we are telling the same thing, no difference. Now the laboratory, this body you should keep it free from intoxication, meat eating, illicits and gambling. Just like the test tube you should have proper pressure, temperature, volume, 1:2, all these things. Then what you will see? Mixed hydrogen and oxygen, you will see water. Now you don't do the experiment, you say that, no, I will take simply to volume, no pressure, temperature and all this. But what you are telling is bogus. H2O is not water. This is how people talk. Now what chanting addiction? Now why you should follow no intoxication, no eating illicits? Why you should follow? It's just like you're saying, okay, then you don't want to be in the chemistry class, then you go. That's a different matter. If you want to learn chemistry, come take the chemistry textbook. You are what is being told. Otherwise, you tell, I am not ready for the experiment. Don't conclude. These are nonsense. You are not scientific. Do it. Laboratory. The body is a laboratory. What the scriptures say, what Prabhupada says, you follow that. This is also a machine, no? This machine has to be maintained in certain situation. Then you will see the consciousness experience, Krishna consciousness. So, some questions are here. Why are we not able to prioritize Krishna consciousness? Even after understanding so much about Krishna consciousness, why still We are searching for happiness in this world. Okay, after understanding so much Krishna consciousness, why you are still searching for happiness in this world? Two things. One is, there are two factors. One is, you are conditioned to go after material happiness. That is one. Second reason is, you have not tasted what is Krishna's happiness, Krishna conscious happiness. You have not tasted. Therefore, you are going to take. Tasting is one thing, knowledge is one thing. Knowledge of Rasgulla is one thing, tasting is another thing. Knowledge of sugar, that it is carbohydrate and all those things is one thing. Tasting sugar is different. Similarly, Krishna conscious philosophy knowing is one thing. Tasting Krishna conscious happiness is another thing. Okay, so that is one more step you are doing. Knowledge is first. It's water. So knowledge is just starting point. Then you have to taste. So because you are not, now why you are not tasting Krishna conscious happiness? I have taught 15, 16 lectures on Krishna conscious happiness and pleasure. Go and ask this question. Go and read. Krishna. Krishna is eternal, I am eternal. So that relationship can never be diluted. Derive happiness from the relationship with Krishna. That is Krishna conscious happiness. Please go and those few modules that I have spoken, you systematically read that. I have explained what is material happiness, what is pleasure, what is the difference between happiness and pleasure, and what is Krishna conscious happiness and Krishna conscious pleasure. Plus, I have explained this conditioning. Conditioning, the machine is conditioned. Habits, old habits. Even though you have decided, but still, just like if you are a smoker, maybe you want to give up, but you cannot give up. You still go for addiction. So similarly, we are addicted to the system is addicted to chasing after material happiness. But when you taste Krishna conscious happiness, little by little, 100% guaranteed that you will feel lower taste. Krishna says, by your higher taste, you give up lower tastes. That is the promise that the Shastra is giving. You surrender to Krishna, you associate with Krishna. Krishna is supreme Satchidananda. By touching him, you will also have experienced Satchidananda. Gradually, old habits will die. Habit, that itself is a separate subject. How to change the old habits. Even after fan switch is off, sometimes fan will turn because of the initial force. Similarly, before I came to Krishna consciousness, I had so many ideas of happiness. That fan will turn. But slowly, by association with Vaishnavas, fan will stop. Why? No more new current is not. Switch is off. Even if switch is off, it will turn for some time. So you have to be patient. Not only fan stop, one day it will turn this way. Krishna conscious happiness. Reverse. Material happiness means I am the boss, I am the controller, I am power, turning this way. Finally, I am the dasa, it will start turning this way. I am the dasa of Krishna. I can be happy only as a dasa. I can never be happy as a master, as a controller. I cannot control even by tomorrow. How can I cannot get happiness over what I don't have control. So, even after understanding so much about this, why still searching for the bliss in this world? So don't worry, whatever understanding you have, next step is to apply it. Once you apply it, slowly you start, your heart gets higher taste. When you get a higher taste, this will go away, guaranteed. It's about cheating. Material happiness is a big dhoka. Big dhoka. But how will you know it is a dhoka? Suppose you are not seeing real gold. Somebody gives you the copper, tells it is gold. You don't know it is dhoka. Why? You are not seeing gold. When you see gold, when you experience real happiness, then you will see dhoka. Then automatically you will give up. Naturally. Initially you think, oh, I have to struggle to control my senses. That is because of conditioning. After that, no trying to struggle to control. You will not allow your senses to work. I don't want to get cheated. I want real sukha. I want real happiness. I want real ananda. I don't want this duplicate ananda. In the material world, there is only pleasure of hope. There is no pleasure of fulfillment. There is only pleasure of hope. There is only paper rasgulla, no real rasgulla. Think of a life like that. But you know what rasgulla tastes like. So you will see, oh, very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. Finally you go. Finally you get the picture of go. Picture. Everybody is struggling. The whole world is struggling. At the end they all conclude that picture is a rasgulla. There is no real rasgulla. There is no real woman in this world. There is no real man in this world. These are all false ideas of yourself. I am not a man, I am not a woman. It's all drama. Isn't it? Before you are born to a man, can you guarantee? You could have been a woman. You could have been an animal. No guarantee. So are you there? No, you are not there. For the time being, I am in a man's body. I am a man. For a time being. Just like in a drama in the stage, you can say, for the time being, I am a king. But what are you really? Nobody knows in this world. That Bhagavad Gita tells who you are. Our Shastras tell you who you are. Amayam Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. They are all amshas of God. They are all divine beings. They are all meant to be Satchidananda, same quality like Krishna. But in the material world, they are all dukkha. Always problem. Why sex life is considered as sinful, even though it is mentioned in scriptures? Who said sex life is considered sinful? Not true. Sex life is created by Krishna. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I am sex life according to purpose for which it is meant for. Sex life is meant for procreation. If you use that for procreation, the world cannot run here. If you use sex life for what it is to be used, no problem. Divine it is. Because it is as per his arrangement. He has created the nature. Now you break the law, then that is wrong. God has created, for instance, God has created taste. So you taste. Because people taste, they eat. Because they eat, the body survives. Suppose there is no taste in the tongue, humanity won't survive. Is it not? So everything is a place. We are not against taste. We are not against sex pleasure. God has given put little pleasure in it so that you will indulge in it, the world will run. Now suppose they say, no, the purpose of life is to taste. The purpose of life is something else. Purpose of taste is so that you survive, so that you eat. So somebody think, no, I will eat for taste. They say, no, don't live to eat. Eat to live. Similarly, sex also, same thing. That pleasure, you should not think the biggest thing in sex is pleasure. No, it's not pleasure. The biggest thing is in sex is you create life out of it. Momentary pleasure is important, or life coming out of it is important. Huh? What is the real value of sex? Not pleasure. It is a life that comes out of it. So what is the value of eating? The nourishment that comes out of it, not its taste. Taste is to ensure that you take it. So everything has a purpose in this life. So sex life is considered as sinful. No, don't be very clear. Don't create hatred and all these things. Be clear. Sex is for procreation. Because of that, some pleasure is kept in. Now you create in your mind, oh, everything is sex. Life is sex. No sex, brahmachari. Shunya. Life is shunya. How you say no sex? And afterwards, when you marry, you will learn. The truth. You ask any married man, he will tell you. When you are not familiar with something, suppose there is free somewhere. Nothing. For this I wasted my life. My young life, how much I could have studied, how much I could have read the Shastra, how much energy I could have, my youthful energy is the most energetic part of my life, my youth. And I was going on thinking about this. Best thing is to ignore. It's not a big thing in life. Especially in modern world, you can create a mountain out of a molehill. Small thing they create a big thing. And they create, that mind is capable of that. Mind amplifies it. Amplifies it. %99% of sex is in the head. There is a great thinker, Western thinker, he had written, actually sex is between the ears and not between the thighs. Think about it. It's a very good statement. Sex pleasure really is the brain. It's a brain chemical. It's happening between the ears. What is it between the ears? What is between the ears? Brain. That means he's saying sex is all in the brain. It is not in your genitals. If you don't chavi yourself and amplify, you cannot enjoy sex. Can you enjoy sex without chaviing your head? Something good, no? Contemplation, you cannot. Some minimum thing, that's all. But you cannot really, you have to fantasize. You have to create, suppose you are not excited, you cannot have sex at all. It's an excitement chemical. First you have to charge and get excited. That's why it's a 90% of the sex is mental.